All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's change this to a, what does the 32 range look like here? That's still not a whole lot of movement. Let's do 24. Let's see. That's better. Good morning, Justin. How you doing? How are you guys doing? What's the 16 look like here? Hopefully everyone's having a good Friday morning. I didn't want to turn the light on today. I just didn't want anything in my eyes this morning. so it's gonna be a dark camera today. That looks better, actually. That looks pretty good. We'll try that today. All right. How's everyone doing this morning? Good, I hope. Bitcoin, holy cow, 119 overnight. 119,000. That's probably related to the tariff news. Everyone's kind of worried about the dollar, maybe worried about how much value people are going to get. A lot of people buying the cryptos. That's my guess. That is the guess. Quiet morning here, huh? Financial juice, let's see. Canadian swap market sees 18% chance of BOC cuts. Okay. I did leave these live stream settings on since 8:30 this morning. No specific reason. I just forgot to change it back to 9:30 start, if anyone was wondering. All right, guys, we're gonna start a poll. Get people awake here. Poll is simple market direction poll for the day. There's the poll. All right, poll's simple. We move up, we move down, we move sideways today. Well, most people think sideways. I wouldn't necessarily disagree. Whenever we get a huge expansive move overnight, we do tend to have a little bit worse of a New York session. So I don't disagree with that at all. And we don't have any news today either. So the only news would be tariff news, which yeah, I like the way you guys are thinking. So 4 people out of the 5 think sideways, 1 person thinks up. I could see anything, but if I'm leaning one way right now, it would be sideways probably. Still could get some moves, but generally speaking, you know, not going to move much more up or down from what we saw overnight. That's my guess. So yeah, generally just, you know, when we get an expansive move overnight, it's less expansive during New York Open. So market opens here in 3 minutes. So be ready. Everyone, please drop a little like on the live stream. It's a Friday. Let's end the week good. Not make bad decisions before the weekend. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I'll be keeping an eye on the financial juice. I'll send a link in the chat. That's where you should be keeping an eye out. If you see like a random spike, probably should check the financial juice to see if something just happened. You know, it'll have all the tweets, it'll have any tariff info in their live time. All right, all right. Also for the Trendbender people, I'm gonna be chatting with Wizard this weekend, and hopefully, you know, if everything goes good, get you guys some new YM ES Trendbender settings that he's been using. So yeah. Hey, how's it going, Ahmad? Caesar, great to hear. Good morning, good morning. So yeah, hopefully everything goes good with Wizard. We'll get some new ESYM settings for you guys for next week. So we're always improving, always trying to make things better for the group. So you guys know that. So all right, market's pumping on the right on the open here. Those SBS trades, those are from pre-market, so, but they are working pretty good there. London high on NQ is 969, so pretty much right where that TP is on the SBS chart there. That is where London high is. So we'll see if we can get up there. I would like a London high sweep. That'd be pretty nice. That would be pretty nice. We are right at the 50% level on NQ as well. Ooh, my computer is really laggy this morning. Interesting. That's annoying. Need to reboot. It's actually just this monitor. It's actually just this chart. Let me refresh the chart here. Huh. That's weird. It was just the chart. Okay, that's better. Whenever I was moving my mouse on this chart, it was just really laggy. Okay, we're in a YM. I'm just testing out the 16 range this morning. I've actually never used the 16 range before with YM, so do not just blindly follow along with me this morning. Okay. The YM, we do have the pre-market trend break on too, so taking the opposite trade. Oh yeah. Just watching the charts, guys. Got to be a little more attentive on the open. So, rejected the 50%. And pumped up, rejected the 50, moved down a little bit. Now we're just hovering right around the 50. So I'm just watching how we react from here. London high is above us and Asia low is still below us. So a couple targets, a couple areas to watch. A reminder, I haven't tested YM on the 16 before, so. Ay. We're kind of just chopping right now. Which means we might get some expansion soon. That's how I think about it. That is how I think about it. So rejected the 50. We did inverse a small 1 minute for value gap there. Now I'm just watching, seeing if we want to move any lower or not. So see if we continue down or if we bounce from here, I guess. So damn. I want to see us continue lower a little bit here. Wow. So I'm in a short, but it got literally, this happens to me all the time lately. Got 1 point away from my TP and then right back up. So literally 1 point. That's just so annoying. That is so annoying, man. Ay, ay, ay. See a little drive lower, please. Hit my TP. Let's end the week good. Come on. Please, Lord, hit my TP today. Don't go back to break even. Don't go back to break even, man. Come on. It's gonna go back to my break even. Yikes. That's... yeah, it's not looking good for me. Need to see a drive lower right now. Come on, push, 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 push. Okay, we got it. I'm done. I'm done. Win. That was a little bit stressful for me today. I'll go over my manual trade here. Oof, just hit my TP too. Okay. Let me add this real quick. All right, so 2.0K, 2.0. So we are up 200 per account, 204 per account today. Which is really all I've been going for is 200 bucks a day. So didn't have a great start to the month. We're up 4.9K on the month right now. That's across 10 accounts. So last week we were minus 3.8K last week, and we're plus 7K this week. On my 10 copy trading 10 funded accounts. So I caught, let me go over this. Let me go over this. Make sure I'm out of everything here. Yep. I use IFVGs is what I manually trade. And we are also building a IFVG Autotrader. So we'll be looking at that a little bit. But let me go over this. So since we got nothing going on, I'll just full screen this. Let me just disable this today. Okay. So the 50% of the overnight range was pretty much right here. So we came up, we hit some higher time frame for rally gaps, started rejecting, and we had a really nice pump candle in the open. Created this bullish for rally gap, and we closed below here. There was also the same gap here on the 1 minute. So if we go to the 1 minute, same exact gap. I actually jumped in. I had to chase because I wait for a close below, and we didn't close below anywhere right here. And then obviously this would be pretty far away from where you want to get in. So I got in right here. Stop loss was like, if we came up here, I went in with half my usual size. Okay, so I went in with half of my size. So usually if I was entering up here, I would have entered with about 5 micros. Here I entered with 3. Okay. So entered at 904, I think. Let me check. 908. Let me change this. So I entered at 908. So I jumped in here. Stop loss is there. And I was just aiming for 200 bucks. So that TP was actually right here. So from 909 I shorted, got out at 873. So that's 35 points roughly, right? Yeah, 35 points there on 3 micros. So looks, as of now, looks like a pretty good spot that I sold. And that's that. So that was my trade I took today. Yeah, that's that. That's that, guys. Let me move the UIM back over here. If you have any questions, you can let me know. Close Quant Tower down. All right. Full focus on you guys now. Gotta prioritize my own trading. So my hands are freezing. Holy cow. I feel like because my light is off, you guys are a lot less active today in the chat. You guys are tired. Do I need to turn my light on? Okay. Looks like I got out at the perfect spot, so got blessed today because I have not been getting blessed lately. What's been happening a lot is we get 1 point away from my limit TP for 200, literally, yeah, like I said, 1 point away, and then go right up to break even. And then it goes back down and hits my TP. Like, that's happened a lot lately. A lot. Just gotta stick to the system. And it'll pan out over the long term, though. So pumped up there. We're right back at the 50. The 50% of the overnight range, that is. Okay. Right back at the 50% of the overnight range. Could be another setup here if we move lower. Could be another setup if we move lower. This SBS 32 range trade doesn't look terrible right now, just because the 50 is right about here, which we're currently kind of struggling at. So if we get above it, this trade's done. We're losing, but so if we didn't have the pre-market trend break on, this trade would have been a winner. But again, I haven't tested YM too much, so I just kind of threw it on, see how it did. Looks like, you know, half the people said we think we're going sideways. Currently, I mean, it's straight up, straight down, straight up. So, I mean, it's technically sideways right now. We haven't expanded to the London high or the Asia low. I would consider that sideways. Ay, 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 ay. Well, guys, 9:55. How you guys doing so far today? How you guys doing so far? Let's see if anyone's gonna actually respond. You guys flat? You green? Red? What's going on? What is going on? Flat today? Yeah, I'd say slightly negative. Well, if it's only slightly, don't stress about it. Yeah, flat's better than red too. If you don't find anything that you feel really confident in, just don't take it. And even if you're slightly red, you don't want to end the week really red. So flat, first day running trend bender, slightly negative, some red, some green. Okay. If it's your first day running trend bender, just keep in mind it's not a high frequency trading algo. So we build algos that work. It doesn't mean it's going to take trades every day. So some days there's no trades, some days you might get 4, 5. So depends on the day, depends on the setup in the chart. We're going to be releasing hopefully some other setups for YM and ES hopefully this weekend or on Monday. So hopefully that will help, give you guys some other stuff to do. But good morning, Dragon. Dropped by to say hi. No trading today. Had to drop the kid off at camp, pick him up in a couple hours. Well, man, hopefully your kid has a good time at camp, and hopefully you have a good weekend, man. We're not staying on for much longer anyway. See that, which I actually like personally. Awesome. Yep, just had to let you know, because a lot of people they want a lot of trades. I don't know why that's such a common thing, that people want 10 trades every single morning in the first hour. It's like the sense of people think that the algo is actually working. Even if it were to be down money, they would think, oh, the algo's working because it's taking trades. That's not how we do things around here. So but I'm glad you know that already. So have a good one, Dragon. See you next week. Ooh, pump right up to London High. You just got real close. We did stop out on this 32 range. SBS trade. We have trend bender on the right now and SBS on the left. There could be actually a really nice short you guys could potentially take. I will let you know if it happens. I will let you know. It is 10 o'clock. We might just call it early here on a Friday. I know we don't stay on too long every day. Let me show you guys what I'd be watching, okay? So, 1 minute chart here. London high is at 969.75. So pretty much just right up here, okay? I would either watch if we sweep the London high for a reversal from these 1 minute gaps. So if we come down and close below here for a short, this would be a little bit riskier. What I would more be watching if we sweep the London high is for this gap right here to be broken below. So if we break below this, you would do some sort of entry, you know, when we close below here. Stop loss would be if we close above, and you could pretty much target 1-to-1 would be pretty much at this low if you wanted to just a easier 1-to-1 risk reward scalp. Otherwise, you could leave runners for Asia low, which is, I mean, 831, pretty much right here. This is Asia low. So I would watch for these setups if we start to reverse, either this 1 minute or this 1 minute, okay? But besides that, I think we're gonna just call it a day. Just gonna call it a day here. So hope everyone has a great weekend, okay? I'll be in the Discord the rest of the day, and we'll try and get some fun settings out to you guys this weekend. So have a good weekend, everybody, and I will see everyone next week. See you guys.